Good morning, good morning. Here's your quick Sunday check-in on the XRP and Sigma coin. So, all right, we've got ourselves pretty good green candles coming in here over the last 24 hours. Still the same rounding pattern is just playing out here for XRP as we are aggressively setting higher lows continually on our price action. So we had our initial impulse, ABC down, ABC up, 5 waves down. Now we're starting to potentially see a count kind of manifesting here that could be the beginnings of a bullish count. So we're going to use bullish at this moment in time here, and we're going to just kind of see how this could actually play. So you have a 5-wave count looking like so, right? So there's your 5-wave count right here. Then we would actually be looking for an ABC at this next section here. So the ABC would be a long, drawn-out A, B, C leg, and it can actually set a higher high and a higher low on an ABC. And so now this section here, if this is in fact a bullish breakout, we would expect that we would be an impulse of wave 1, 2 with a higher low yet again, and then we would do 3, 4, and 5, and we would continue our quest out of this range, being bullish on this count level. So nothing really major changed in the targets. We still want to see this clearing of $1.4750. We've already set a higher low, so we know that that's in play. Now the question is, can we maintain above this 21-day moving average in pink? And can we continue impulsing here, or do we start breaking down? But I suspect the answer is doing just fine based off of this rounding behavior of psychological. They're not giving you really an entry. If you look at it, right? There's your entry. There's your higher entry, higher entry, higher entry. So somebody's stepping in and absorbing limit buys at these levels. So that's good to see. Liquidity supports this as well. You can see buyers have actually been able to survive for more than like 3 days here on this 3-day liquidity chart. And they're sitting there, so they may still be swept with a quick wick down. And you also have sellers protecting themselves with hedge or leverage or betting down, but they're starting to get heavier on the top than they are on the bottom. So be curious to see if we're able to squeeze out past and get yet that higher high that we're looking for. And in the meme market on XRP, our head and shoulders pattern has played out really well. We've got ourselves our positioning set up here, and we're expecting some kind of consolidation. I think what's really pretty fascinating is we're still holding here on this level, and this is the part that I really like. So we've been holding here. We got ourselves a 4-hour RSI that's now curving back up as price action is curving back up. We've got ourselves a 12-hour RSI that is fully bottomed, which is bullish, way up here compared to the bottoming prior, which was right down here, right? So we've got a bottoming structure on the RSI on the 12-hour. The only ones that we got to kind of wait for is this daily. But look, even the daily is making its way down pretty quickly, and yet price action is still building support. So this kind of chop solidation right here on top of this range, I think what's going to psychologically occur is people are waiting for lower, right? Go ahead and sell on me, please. We're waiting. And then it's not happening, so people are going to start nibbling, right? And you can see that per the volume. So people start buying little buys, just kind of waiting. And then they're watching these RSI indications, especially because I've trained everybody to do so. And they're just waiting for this to happen. But if this starts happening and we start to see a breakout, I think people will chase. And that's how we'll break past this consolidation range, get our flag, and then ultimately break out and move back up into this higher liquidity that we need to test next, which is here at 1.78 million, 1.8 million. That's going to be our big test that's coming up. So this right here, I think, is easy to move through and push higher because, again, it won't take much money to push this thing to the higher levels. So, all right, guys. So we've got Sigma looking really bullish. We've got liquidity both above and below, but starting to stack up more on the top. And we have ourselves a nice little rounded bottom. Everybody likes the rounded bottoms on XRP. So thanks so much for watching, and we will check in tomorrow.